So a lot of builders will have a couple of in-house mortgage brokers, which aren't actually in-house, but they'll have, a contact. They'll give you a contact list. Here's someone at BMO, here's someone at TD, here's someone at RBC, here's someone so that you can go to your own bank, someone who's familiar with the project, the closing date, the developer, etc., so that it's easier than just going to your mortgage broker who's like, I don't really want to do a mortgage pre-approval for something that I'm not getting paid for, right? It's not, you don't need a mortgage for 6 years. And what's the likelihood that you use me for the mortgage in 6 years? So they get a list of vetted people from each bank or whatever. And that's usually where the clients go. And then of course you have your clients who, maybe 5% of buyers or maybe 10% that call me in the 10 days and they're like, hey, Jordan, can you handle this for me? And I'm like, what do you mean by that? I can send you my favorite mortgage brokers. I've got a list. I got, Christian, Colin. I got, here's my guys. Here's the banks they work at. And they'll go, no. I bought a pre-construction 5 years ago and the broker just handled it for me. And I'm like, well, no, I can't do that for you. That's called fraud. You're going to have to
give me the letterhead.
Right. Yeah. Like you're going to have to go to one of these people. My relationship with the developer is worth more to me than the one deal with you. Like you got to go get a mortgage pre-approval. So I don't know how many are fraudulent, but I would assume that a fair amount of them are. Like, there's companies in Toronto whose entire job is to create fake job letters and income docs for tenants.
I love that video you made.
I saw that.
It was so
right. So
good.
if we extrapolate that, we say, okay, well, what else are they capable of? Right. I'm sure that's not the only thing they do at their business.
Right. Oh my God.
Yeah. And we did that whole CBC marketplace thing, right? So yeah, the same people would be doing those the same way.
Exactly. Yeah. There's a fee, I'm sure.
You pay for sure.
Probably in cash.
There was a guy that I had, this is true. I told this the last time too, but there's a guy, he owned a condo downtown and he needed to refinance. And he said to me, he needs to find one of those people. And I asked like certain agents that I know and trust. I asked like a couple mortgage brokers that I know. I couldn't even find one of those guys. Yeah. Like they're not, I don't know where they're hanging out, Brampton, but I was trying to find them and I couldn't,
Careful.
So I don't think it's that easy. I think you just have a few people out there who are doing it, but
it's probably my guess is it's probably a small group who do it at scale.
Yeah.
To make the fake paperwork to get the fake mortgage.
Right. My bet is it's a small group who do it at scale.
Yeah, and they probably disappear and turn into somebody else, and
I wouldn't be surprised if they're not
kidnap the children of the bank employee. And
they have connections, right?
Yeah.
There's a lot of crazy scams. There's a lot of things blowing up, and I can't see it ending soon. Like, I really think that we have more drama ahead of us. Like
this bank collapse again in the States is just like
another one.
Like it's
another one.
100 million or 100 billion or how much money was taken out in the first quarter of this year? Like it was a crazy amount of money. I think the one thing that I've never felt, and I guess this is something that they've always told me, like, especially after the Great Recession, that, our banking system is so much better than the States. Like, I've never felt like TD is not going to have my money.
Right.
Maybe I don't have enough money to have that problem, but I've never thought, we should go to the bank because TD is not stable. And I think that in the States, it must be a totally different feeling.
I don't know. Yeah. I feel like I should get my money out of TD right now. I left like $140 in the account. And I don't even want to leave that there anymore.
I don't think TD is ever going to have TD would get bailed out by the government in a heartbeat.
The big five. I'm not overly concerned with.
Oh my God! Didn't they say that about Lehman Brothers for a little while?
Sure, and it is true. Like it's easy to watch a 10-minute explainer on YouTube of fractional reserve banking at 1 a.m. in the morning and get really scared. Be like, I'm at 9 a.m. I'm showing up RBC, and you better. I'm withdrawing everything and putting it under my mattress. But of course,
where do you put it now? Like, is there anywhere that you really believe it's safe?
You spread it out. You spread it out amongst
everything. Hedge your bets all over the place.
Make sure you've got Bitcoin, a couple Bitcoin, and a couple different international airport lockers around the world. I don't know.
I put that out on Twitter, and that was the
solution?
The biggest answer. Like everybody was like, "Yeah, just Bitcoin in like a hard wallet."
Mhm.
And I was like, it just doesn't sound like that's going to work later. Like when I need bread, you know,
Mhm.
when I need pasta and rice, I don't know if
Well,
I'm giving my Bitcoin hard wallet over to somebody.